Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere. Use code ZIRK for 15% off your order. And if you guys want to compete in tournaments for cash prizes, make sure to check out tourneycrypt.com.
The whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we've got my team of the week predictions per usual. Now this week is actually going to be a little bit different the way I'm going to do it. Usually I would start off with the honorable mentions and then I get into some graphics for you guys. I don't have graphics today, like I couldn't get them done, but I'm going to go over the players still. Some things to keep in mind when it comes to team of the week, and please keep this in mind. Every single week I see the comments. When it comes to the actual players that can be used for the LTD, it is strictly whoever had the most fantasy points in non-PPR, so non-points per reception, leagues. So I looked at it last week. We had Tevin Coleman, who was in fact the LTD. He was in the standard, so I already know who the LTD is going to be, who it should be. And as you guys can see as well, when it comes to the actual Team of the Week heroes themselves, they are 91 overalls. So if you're about to mention a player down below that you expect to get the offensive hero that already has, say, a 90, it's not going to happen. They have to have like an 88 or 89 overall. Then maybe they can go up to a 91. But besides that, we should already know what the LTD is going to be. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into my honorable mentions. So my first honorable mention is going to be Derrick Henry. He had 99 total yards, almost 100 total yards, and a touchdown. Now I think it was Derrick Henry. He does have this 86 overall flashback. I wouldn't be too shocked if they decide to do Derrick Henry. We already have, the most feared promos going. Also keep in mind, promos coming up. We have the Thanksgiving promo, and then we've also got the Blitz promo. We have the Zero Chill promo, which is going to be next month. So maybe some players are going to hold off on. I don't think they'd be holding on to Derrick Henry for anything. So if we are going to get Derrick Henry, I wouldn't be too surprised, but I really don't see it happening. Now, someone that I've seen a lot of people ask for basically weekly to get an upgrade is Marlon Humphrey. He has an 86 overall Mud Hero, and he has been having a spectacular season for the Ravens. Now, they just faced the Patriots last night, and they actually did win. Also, I'm going to mention this real quick. I know that there's still the Monday Night Football games. The reason that I make my team of the week predictions early instead of waiting for the Monday Night Football games is because EA actually reveals like a card or two the night before. So I'd be watching the game, and they'd already reveal who the LTE is going to be, so it just kind of messes with things. That's why I have to do it early, unfortunately. Still the Cowboys and Giants play. You guys know I'm a Cowboys fan. But Marlon Humphrey did have a scoop and score touchdown versus the Patriots, and they did defeat the undefeated Patriots. So Marlon Humphrey, potentially, but I don't think just a scoop and score will get him it. Now, Josh Jacobs had 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had an incredible game, and I would love for him to get the offensive hero, but honestly, I don't think he will, strictly because we got last week, of course, we had Bosa. This week, get Josh Jacobs. I really don't think that they'll end up giving us back-to-back weeks of rookie premier player upgrades. It'd be very, very weird. I don't think that's ever happened. But Josh Jacobs would be an incredible card if he got to like a 91 overall. His speed is still a little bit slow, but the trucking, the break tackle, he excels. It's all up there. Carrying's up there as well. But this card would be very, very good. And honestly, I'd love to see it. I just don't think EA is going to do it. Now, and somebody else I want to talk about is going to be Tyler Lockett. Now, Lockett, obviously, he can't get the offensive hero. And this is where I'm going to talk about with you guys. Yes, I know. Tyler Lockett in points per reception leagues, you guys might be saying, well, Tyler Lockett had the most fantasy points. He did in PPR, but EA doesn't go off points per reception leagues. They go off just standard. So yes, I know Tyler Lockett had an insane week. I believe he had 13 catches, 160 yards or something, and it's because of all those catches that I believe he was in fact the top fantasy points player. But Tyler Lockett is not going to get the LTD, and he obviously cannot get the offensive hero, already having a 92 overall card. So unfortunately, Seahawks fans, you won't be seeing Tyler Lockett. And next up is Christian McCaffrey. He had 3 touchdowns and I believe 166 total yards. He had an insane game, but again, unfortunately for Panthers fans, he did not do enough to get the most fantasy points. So yes, or no, I guess today, Christian McCaffrey will not be getting the LTD. And also, I don't believe he'll get the offensive hero, obviously, with the offensive hero only being a 91. I don't think there's any way they just put out a 91 offensive hero McCaffrey. And I know someone's going to be mistaken and probably mention how Aaron Rodgers got the LTD when he ordered his ultimate kickoff. That's because the LTDs, they don't care what card they already have. If they have the most fantasy points, they get a card. The offensive hero, it's a lot different. McCaffrey won't be seen this week, and Tyler Lockett we will not be seeing. Those are my honorable mentions, though. I wanted to mention Lockett, wanted to mention McCaffrey because I know people are going to mention them if I don't say about it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the set. Now, the first person that I think will be in this set is actually going to be someone who doesn't even have a card in the game. Preston Williams had 72 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Dolphins, which did lead them to their first victory of the season. He literally does not even have a card. So this should be interesting to see if they actually want to give him a team of the week, and they definitely should. He'll be put into the game. Be pretty solid. Next up is going to be Andy Isabella, who had an insane touchdown catch versus the 49ers. He broke like 2 tackles, I think, and scored an 80-yard TD. He had 88 total yards and 1 touchdown catch. I believe he only has this 70 overall card as far as I can see. I don't believe that he has any other upgrades, so shouldn't be too big of an issue to give a 70 overall some sort of an upgrade. He's 5'9", got 86 speed, so maybe he'll be around 89 speed, maybe 90 speed. Could be pretty nice. Now, the ex-Dolphin, the new Cardinal, actually had a very, very good game. I believe like 160 total yards and 2 touchdowns versus the 49ers. I have to say I really did not see it coming. I didn't think they were going to do that good. And they actually stayed in that game basically until the end. And Kenyon Drake had a very, very good game for the 49ers. I believe he'll probably end up getting like an 82, 83 overall card, which this 77 really isn't all that, so I don't think his card actually be that great, but definitely deserves one. Now, Noah Fant actually did just get this most feared card, which has 84 speed, so very, very nice there. But he actually did have a very good game. I believe he had like 120 yards and a touchdown for the Broncos, and I believe one of them was a pretty dang long TD as well. So Noah Fant getting an upgrade to say, let's say 84, right? I think it'd be pretty nice having like 87 speed out there at tight end. Now, his catching stats are not insane, but you give him a little bit of speed boost, get the run block up a little bit, hopefully over 60 at least. This could definitely be a pretty good budget tight end with 86 excel. If you guys just want a tight end to run slants, drags, streaks, not bad. And another week where DK Metcalf had a great performance, 130 total yards and a touchdown. DK Metcalf cards are just getting better. I mean, he has an 81 overall. You guys see he's already got 90 speed, 89 jumping, 6'3". If he gets up to an 84, 85, and we're looking at 92 speed or above, gets the jumping up, get the catching traffic up, get the deep route running up, and hopefully all the route running in general, and the spectacular catch, DK Metcalf could be pretty dang good. And the final player in the offensive set is going to be Damian Williams. I believe he had 128 total yards and a touchdown. And honestly, that had a pretty dang good game. I believe that he also broke the Chiefs record for the longest touchdown run in the Chiefs history, I think. I think it was like I want to say 90 yards. It could have been a little bit shorter than that, but I know it was either 80 or 90 yard run. Very, very good touchdown run by him. Had a good game. He'll probably be like an 86 overall in this set or 87. I can't remember exactly what the highest set card is, but Damian Williams definitely deserves it. And next up is going to be the defensive set. So I believe that Jamal Wiltz, hopefully I said his name right, he's a cornerback for the Dolphins. I believe he had 9 tackles and an interception as well. He's actually not in the game, so I expect him again. Kind of like the other guy in the Dolphins for the offensive side of the ball. Going to be a very low guy. Next up for the defensive side is going to be Brandon Copeland for the Jets, even though they lost the game. He had 9 tackles and a sack, and he only has a 71 overall card, so could be decent, maybe 80 plus speed. Another Ravens player is Patrick Onwueser. I believe he had 8 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble. He only has this 74 overall card, I believe. He's got 76 speed, 76 excel, so maybe if he gets like an 80, he'll be at 80 speed or so. Probably won't be too good of a card. Next up is Shaq Thompson, which I didn't even know he had a 77 overall card. I actually thought he had like an elite or something. I guess he doesn't. I believe he had 11 tackles and a sack, so Shaq Thompson could be a solid budget beast for like a cover linebacker. Could be okay. Kenny Moore had 8 tackles and an interception, and you guys can see he actually only has a 77 overall. I want to say that it was Kenny Moore that they actually just paid this offseason to be like the highest paid nickel cornerback, I believe. And he's only 5'9", but definitely deserves an upgrade. Now we already know that he's basically going to get one. He had 3 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. And also EA actually did tweet out earlier today saying, you know, who needs a team of the week? We already know about Bud Dupree basically. So Bud Dupree's definitely going to get one. He has 81 speed, 83 excel on a 77. card can be a pretty dang good budget beast if his speed's up, and of course his power move is respectable, at least because 7 was just not good, sending with the block shed. But those are who I think should be in the set. Now let's get into the heroes. So Jimmy G, I'm predicting to be the offensive player. He had 319 yards and 4 touchdowns, 319 total yards that is. Jimmy G only has a 77 overall card, so this is kind of like, I really don't think they're going to go with Josh Jacobs. If there was going to be anyone to replace Jimmy, I think I'd probably say Josh Jacobs because he does have an 85 and Jimmy only has a 77. But I feel like he has a big enough name for them to make him the offensive hero. So Jimmy G, 65 speed, 81 throw power. Wouldn't be able to get escape artist, obviously, but maybe like 75 speed, 73 speed or so, and pretty solid throwing stats. I think a lot of people like this card. Now, Minkah Fitzpatrick just got this 84 overall Team of the Week last week, but he had a very, very long pick 6 and quite a few tackles as well this week. I believe Minkah Fitzpatrick, mostly because of the interception in the pick 6, it being a pick 6, is going to end up being the Team of the Week defensive hero. Now, I think the card is actually pretty dang good if he gets a 91. Maybe get his zone up to like, honestly, my biggest issue with safeties is not being able to get into 90 zone. So please, EA, just give him, it'd be a heck of a boost, like 78, or like to get the 88 zone. That way you can get some chems on him, get him to 90, maybe even 87 zone. If he gets 87 zone, get him to like 90 speed, up the hit power, it could be a solid card. I have to see. And the LTD, and I'll explain to you guys why. It does kind of suck. But it's going to be Russell Wilson. It's going to be Russell Wilson because he did, in fact, have the most fantasy points for standard. Now, some might say, well, Russell Wilson has a 91. You said don't mention them if they have 1 overall lower. That's correct when it comes to offensive hero and defensive hero. Aaron Rodgers had a 91 overall ultimate kickoff. He just got a 92 overall LTD Team of the Week. They do not care if these players already have cards like 91, 92, whatever. Even if there's another LTD, like the series reduction Russell Wilson is a 91 LTD signature series. They don't care. It's going to be Russell Wilson as the LTD Team of the Week hero, which I guess because they're going to do a QB for the LTD, maybe they do go with Josh Jacobs as the hero, or they can go with double quarterbacks. I'm not sure what they're going to do there. But if they want to do it the same way as they've been doing, the most standard fantasy football points, it is in fact going to be Russell Wilson, and he'll have the same exact stats as this card powered up. A little bit disappointing. But with that being said, that's my prediction for this week's Team of the Week. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on the video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. If you watched all the way to the end, comment down below pizza. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for 100,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys next time.